This video is dedicated to 2020, but before I start, I want to say that this video was inspired by Kelly Wacasa's merch drop video, except I'm not Kelly Wacasa and I'm not dropping merch. Before I get sentimental about what 2020 did for me, I want to say that 2020 was quite literally the worst year. Now I'm extremely thankful for what I went through, but I would love for 2020 to just end. And so here I am on December 31st filming a video dedicated to 2020. For many college students, March 2020 was a devastating time. We went from enjoying the college life to having to pack our bags and going home for an indefinite amount of time. I clung to the memories that I made between January and March of 2020, hoping that these memories would help me get through the rest of the semester and into the new school year. I found myself constantly reminiscing and wishing that I could go back, and that definitely destroyed my mental health. So let's just look at all the good footage that I got from January of 2020 all the way to December 2020. In January, it snowed. I have never seen that many college students go crazy over snow. It was such an amazing sight to see. In February, my friends and I went to a birthday party, but we ditched that and went to a game night that the university was hosting instead. I also experienced the breakup of my friend group. We were the three piggies, and then we became three separate piggies. We each went our own ways, but I'm still close with these two people, although the dynamic is no longer the same. 2020 has taught me that friends are going to leave, but it is up to you to decide whether you do something about it or not. In March, my friends and I went on spring break, and we went to Washington, D.C. all by ourselves, and it was a trip like no other. I got to enjoy being a tourist in a city that I had already been to many times, but with a new group of people. The best groups of friends I could ask for. But that was when everything stopped. On our last night in D.C., the local government declared that there was a state of emergency due to the fact that earlier that week, a pastor at a church in Georgetown shook hands with 500 people and he tested positive for COVID. We were extremely scared. Before I went home in March, I said goodbye to one of my friends for the last time. She transferred to a college in her home country, and I'm so proud of her for being able to take that step, but a void was left. In April, I met someone who completely changed my life. Whenever I talked to them, it felt as if I've known them my entire life. Even though they're on the other side of the country, their words and actions changed my entire outlook on 2020. Because of them, I was able to love myself more and be more confident in myself. Nothing significant happened during May and June other than many household appliances falling apart. Let me give you a short list. Our garage door broke, our AC unit broke, our clothes dryer broke. And then in July, I posted my first video on this channel, my iPad unboxing video. It's crazy how over 300,000 people have seen my video and over 2,000 people have decided to follow me. I am so grateful for all the love and support that I've received from you all. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Between August and December, I was taking classes online, and it was difficult. But I got through it. I found myself making lots of excuses to not go outside and exercise or to not practice healthy eating habits. I also found myself falling into the procrastination cycle many times. All of these things ended up hurting my grades more than I intended it to. In October, I turned 20. Yeah, the big 2-0. No longer a teenager, an actual adult. It was crazy. I turned 20 in quarantine. NANI? How many people can say that they reached this milestone during COVID? Like, seriously. To get my mind off of school and feeling burnt out, I spent more time looking at nature and doing more things with my dog. I also started enjoying the company of my family, even though they sometimes get on my nerves. Though 2020 put my college plans on hold this year, I'm extremely thankful for everything that I went through. I may have blamed 2020 for being so cruel to me, but in retrospect, 2020 was the best thing that could have happened to me. It was a reality check I didn't think I needed. 2020 taught me to never depend on anyone. There will always be people who use you for their personal gain. I learned that the hard way. And most importantly, it's okay to not have a bunch of close friends. This whole pandemic made me reevaluate who my close friends were. These people were there for me when I needed them the most. I am so grateful that 2020 allowed me to see this. So in actuality, saying that this year sucked would be taking out all the good things that I experienced. And so looking back, I want to say thank you 2020 for teaching me to grow up and to learn to adapt. To prepare me for 2021, I read a book called Courage. It's a children's book, but I think it's a book that carries so much weight and really teaches us what courage is. Courage is taking that leap of faith and doing something that you could never imagine yourself doing. I took that and ran with it. My sister got a longboard for Christmas, and I remembered what courage was. And so I went on that longboard knowing that at any moment I could fall. But I did it anyway, and that was the most amazing feeling ever. In the new year, I have a challenge for you. I want you to pick up something you don't think you'll be successful at and surprise yourself with newfound courage and determination. You will be glad you did it. And I will be here every step of the way, cheering you on. Going into 2021, I have so many more plans for my YouTube channel, my mental health, physical health, as well as my relationships. So here's to breaking bad habits and becoming your best self.